And now from our studios in downtown Winnipeg, it's time for 107 Live.
And welcome to Classic 107 Live. This morning, I have a couple performers in for 7:30 at this time now. I've got another one coming in at 8:30, but this morning, I've got a cellist and a pianist. I've got the cellist Polina Bogomol, and I've also got the pianist Seanne Buenafe. Now let me just tell you about why they're in the studio this morning. The Manitoba Registered Music Teachers Association just recently had their scholarship competition, and these two performers both won in their respective categories. And the scholarship competition began in 1948 as a Winnipeg initiative. It is now a province-wide competition where students at 4 different levels, from junior, which is grade 5-6 music, to advanced university level, compete to win cash scholarships. The 3 disciplines are piano, voice, and instrumental, which involves strings and woodwinds. And this morning, up first, is the cellist who won. She won the junior instrumental category for cello. Her name is Polina Bogomol. So good morning, Polina.
Good morning.
Welcome to Classic 107.
Thank you.
And congratulations on your scholarship win.
Thank you.
Tell us a bit about the competition. How was it for you?
Well, it was tough. But in the junior category, there were people and kids that were younger than me. Mm-hmm. I was the oldest one in the category. I liked it. It was really fun.
How old are you?
I'm 13.
You're 13 years old. And school? Tell us about which schools you go to.
I'm homeschooled.
You're homeschooled?
Yeah.
Okay. How long have you been playing the cello for?
About 5-6 years.
5 or 6. Well, okay. So you've been playing pretty much since you were a couple feet tall, huh?
Yeah.
So why the cello? Why did you choose the cello?
Well, I knew that I wanted to go into music. My sister is playing cello, so I guess I just wanted to try playing cello.
Your older sister?
Yeah.
But you have your own cello. You're not using her cello?
No.
You have your own cello?
Yeah.
And you told me off air that you moved here a few years ago from Russia, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So you moved here with your family?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And do you hope to continue music all the way through up until university?
Yeah. I want to go into music.
Okay. So do you have any inspirations for the cello? Any particular performers that you really love?
Yes. There's a Russian performer. His name is Misha Maisky. Yeah.
He's got great hair.
Yeah.
He's also a great performer. I've loved Misha Maisky. So his Deutsche Gramophone recordings, I've listened to those for a long, long time. I love Misha Maisky. So tell us about the piece that you played for the competition. For the competition, I played 2 pieces. Mm-hmm.
I played Romberg Sonata for cello and piano in E minor. And then I also played Gigue by Bach from Suite No. 1.
Mm-hmm. So other than cello and music, what other interests do you have, hobbies?
Well, I also do dance, and I also play piano and sing.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So what kind of dance?
Ballet and acrobatics.
Okay. So you could pretty much do anything then. That's awesome. I won't ask you to play piano. It's just this morning you're going to do the cello. So what piece are you going to play for us on the cello?
I'm going to play Gigue by Bach from Suite No. 1.
Okay. This is Polina Bogomol on the cello, and she's one of the winners this year at the MRMTA Performance Scholarship Competition. So please, here's Polina Bogomol. That's Polina Bogomol performing Bach. Thank you very much, Polina, for coming in this morning, and best of luck with the rest of your schooling.
Thank
and
you.
whatever happens with your music, dance, or your singing career. So that's awesome. You're very, very obviously confident and relaxed here. So thank you for coming in this morning.
Thank you.
You're listening to Winnipeg's Classic 107. Polina was one of the winners of the MRMTA scholarship competition this year. She won for the junior instrumental competition. And so in the studio this morning, we've got the two performers. And we're going to have a little conversation with the second performer. Let his dad come in the studio here and maybe do a little videotaping. So this is Seanne Jacob Buenafe. His teacher, Jacqueline Rees, and I forgot to mention that Karen Earhart, is Paulina's cello teacher. So welcome to the studio, Seanne.
Hi.
Congratulations on your win, by the way.
Thank you.
That's awesome. Tell us a bit about yourself, how long you've been playing the piano for.
I'm 14 years old, and I've been playing the piano since I was 2 years old, although I couldn't really play any pieces until I was around 4 years old.
Oh, well, I'll bet you at 2 you could probably play better than I could play now. So why is it the piano? Are there other people in your family that play instruments, or?
Actually, surprisingly, the only other person who plays an instrument in my family is my grandpa, who plays guitar, and my younger sister, who plays piano. Literally nobody else plays the piano, and I think the reason I'm doing piano now is because when I was a baby, my parents would always expose me to like classical music, Mozart, Bach, all that fun stuff. Mm-hmm. And so they thought it would be a perfect segue to go from that into actually, learning it hands-on, doing pieces that they wrote on the piano.
Mm-hmm. So when you were young, how young were you when you started taking sort of formal lessons?
6 years old was when I probably started taking formal lessons.
Do you remember who your first teacher was?
I can't remember her first name, but I remember her name was Miss Haywan.
Miss Haywan.
I used to go to the Yamaha Music School, which is close to Polo Park. Mm-hmm. And then at the age of 9, I moved to my current teacher, Miss Jacqueline Riz.
Mm-hmm. So what are your aspirations?
My aspirations are, to improve as a pianist, to learn that there are going to be competitions out there where there's going to be like people who are better than me, and to just learn to accept that. Mm-hmm. And also to stay humble and not to, boast about my accomplishments all the time.
What do these competitions mean for you as a sort of a young performer?
What they mean for me is that, it's something to be proud of. It's actually funny. Mm-hmm. In my grade, I'm like one of the only people that does piano at this level now. And sometimes it gets me really sad and down because, I'm one of the only persons doing piano. Mm-hmm. But every time I feel sad, my parents are just like, it's like the other people do soccer and hockey. This is your soccer. This is your hockey. This is something you can be proud of, and you should be proud of it. Yeah. So winning the scholarship meant so much to me because it was something for me to be proud of.
Absolutely. And you go to SJR, I can tell by your uniform. What other, obviously piano is number, up there in your list, but scholastically, you obviously have to do a lot of work there as well. Mm-hmm. What subjects do you like at school?
I really enjoy English and math. Math because most of it is logic, and it's like once you actually get the hang of it, everything flows into another. And English because it's not like math. Ironically, there's no right or wrong answer. You can be as creative, you can be as free as you want with whatever you write. Which
is kind of like music, right? I mean, you obviously have to know how to read the notes and have to have them spot on, but then you need also to bring in your creativity as well. Mm-hmm. So what, if you had to pick one performer or one pianist that you really look up to, who would that be?
Oh my gosh, it would either be Glenn Gould or Oscar Peterson.
Oh, wow. Okay. Do you play a little jazz piano too?
Yeah. I remember last year I played one of his pieces. I had so much fun with that piece.
Which piece?
Laurentide Waltz from the Canadiana Suite.
I love it. Mm-hmm. Love it. Okay, well, let's you're going to perform for us as well. What are you going to play for us?
I'll be playing Rondo sobre temas infantiles argentinos, or Rondo on Argentine children's folk songs by Alberto Ginastera.
You're listening to Classic 107 live in performance now. On pianos, Seanne Jacob Buenafe. He was the one of the senior winners at the MRMTA Performance Scholarship Competition. That's awesome. The whole
Thank
piano
you.
was shaking there. See, you chose quite a complex and fun piece for the morning, so
Yes.
you sounded great. And best of luck
Thank
with
you.
finishing the rest of your school years. You got a few left as well, so and with your musical career as well. Thank you so much for
Yes,
coming
thank
in
you
this
for
morning.
having me.
You were listening to Classic 107 Live, and that was a piano Sean Jacob Buenafe, one of the winners in the senior piano competition, MRMTA Performance Scholarship Competition this year.
From our studios in downtown Winnipeg, you've been listening to 107 Live, Classic 107's Intimate Concert Series, the soundtrack for your life.